to keep a roof over our head and all of that. That's just kind of how I feel when it comes to paying bills. I might sound crazy, but sometimes I don't mind them just because I feel thankful for us to have the income to pay for those bills. Hello and welcome back to our channel. It is a new month, which means it is time to recap the month of October. As I'm filming this video, we have less than 2 months left to the year, which is crazy. 2023, I feel like it's gone by so fast, just like every year. So before we hop into this video, comment down below and let me know what you've accomplished so far this year that you're proud of, or something that you had planned to accomplish that you are going to get done by the end of 2023. So jumping right into October, I don't know if I had updated you guys or if I had talked about this more so on Instagram. By the way, if you're not following us on Instagram, it's the same name, Live Without Loans. Make sure you're following us. But the first week of October, I had decided that I am going to be done with overtime. You guys know I've been doing overtime for years and years and years, but I finally just got to that point with the work burnout that I've been talking about for months now, and just going above and beyond what I'm required to do is just not something that was coming easy to me. So mainly just a mental health reason as far as me deciding to do no more overtime. Now, of course, that's impacting my financial journey as far as bringing in less money. Like we've talked about before, that brings in a good amount of money, but it was just to that point where it wasn't worth it anymore. So anything we've accomplished this month, it has been with that little bit of lesser income, which, like I said, just wasn't worth it anymore. The main thing I realized this was going to impact is our savings, because like we talked about in the videos at the beginning of the year, when we talked about our goals for this year, one of our goals was to put aside money for sinking funds and things like that. So about half of what we plan to save each month, we're not going to be able to save, which I'm fine with, especially with it coming up towards the end of the year. But the main thing that we're going to be saving each month is taxes. So property taxes and things like that. You guys know most people include that in their mortgage payment. We don't do that. So we put that money aside ourselves and gain interest on whatever we saved for that month. So taxes and Christmas is pretty much strictly what we're saving each month. Nothing extra with that lessened income. It's about $700 that we're still able to save, which of course we're grateful for. And we had goals and things like that, but I'm fine with putting those on hold for my mental health. Of course, one of our most important goals is our mortgage. We did send $4,550 to the mortgage. That included money from our cash back from our credit card. In the month of October, we did bring our balance from $106,494 to $102,510. That brought our scheduled payoff from April of 33 to December of 32. $266 went to interest and $4,284 went to principal. So what does that mean? That means that most likely next month is our month to reach 5 figures, which is crazy. And if you asked me 3 years ago when we were closing if I thought we'd get here this soon, of course not. But you do what you've always done, you're gonna get what you've always gotten. That could be a good thing too. If you keep putting extra money towards your mortgage every single month, that balance is gonna go down. It's gonna continue to decrease. That's just something that's going to happen if you keep putting that extra money towards it. And for us, it's been super worth it. We just can't ask for anything else at this point when it comes to the mortgage. We're just super thankful that we've had the money and that the income has been provided to pay extra on it and get it down. We just feel so grateful. Other things we did get done in October, like we talked about before, we canceled our Instacart subscription. We typically do the annual version, so we pay for it once a year. It was due to renew in October. We did not renew it. If you did not already see our video, it was kind of like a really short video that we put on Instagram talking about why we're doing that. I will keep that linked in the description box for you. It's gonna be hard because of course it's, as I'm filming this, it's November and we're getting into the colder months. So now going in and trying to put everything in the car as soon as we possibly can hasn't been the easiest, but to me, saving that money is worth it regardless. So that's just where we're at right now. Next spring, so probably April is when it'll start to warm up again, and it won't be so hard at that point. October also was Prime Day. Seems like now they're doing the Prime Day that goes on for 2 days. I want to say it was the 11th and the 12th. I was marked safe from Prime Day. I did not buy anything that day, which is good because it's very tempting. They got a good deal out there. A lot of us are just probably going to spend that money. But in this case, I did not touch it. I didn't spend any money that I didn't have, and I just watched from afar. If you did not see the video with us talking about how we get our gas turned off every year, I will have that linked in the description for you. But we did get it turned back on in October because it was getting cold. The low, I want to say, was about high 30s. So for sure, we wanted to have it scheduled to be turned on. We have kids and things like that. Now, if it was just me by myself, I probably would have just brought out the space heater and left it at that, wrapped myself up in blankets. But it's not just me. We have a family of 4. So we got it scheduled to come back on. And we're back to getting gas bills again, just like that. We're expecting it to probably reach a high of maybe 150, 160 at the coldest this winter. At the end of the day, I'm just thankful that we have the money to pay for those bills and to keep our house warm, to keep a roof over our head and all of that. That's just kind of how I feel when it comes to paying bills. I might sound crazy, but sometimes I don't mind them just because I feel thankful for us to have the income to pay for those bills and to cover what we need to cover, the necessities that we have. We have the money there to take care of it. Even though we'll do whatever we need to do to save money if we can within reason, I feel thankful still that we have the money to take care of whatever necessities we have. An update on my work situation. If you guys haven't seen the videos regarding my work situation, definitely look back a few videos on our channel. But I did go back and look at how many jobs I've applied for so far in the past couple of months. I did apply for 2 jobs in October as well. So I counted up all the jobs I've applied for over the past couple of months. It's been 9 jobs. Of those 9 jobs, no one has reached out to me on any of them for interviews, communication, or whatever. The only thing I've gotten is communication that they didn't pick me. So that's fun. Actually, I'll say it's very discouraging, but I don't know. I'm not as down as I was regarding this, just because I feel thankful that, like I talked about in the last video, that I was going to talk to my manager about going back to just solely being a fraud investigator within my role, which is my job title, and it has been for years now. Any type of specialty thing that is offered to me or was offered to me, I'm no longer doing. I got notice that I can switch back to my original role. So I feel thankful for that. I feel like a weight is lifted off of my shoulders, to be honest with you. So while it is very discouraging to apply for 9 different jobs in 2 months and not hear back on any of them, I am also just very grateful that I no longer have to be in the toxic position that I was in. It was toxic to me. Like I mentioned before, wasn't my team, wasn't managers or anything like that, but I still felt like it was just toxic as far as how it was affecting my mental health. I'm thankful to no longer have to be doing that, and I can move into something that is just gonna be a lot easier for me. Of course, I'm still looking to move into a different department as a whole. I still want to move out of fraud altogether. I have to keep applying. Obviously, my track record isn't good. I feel a little silly actually applying and continuing to apply for jobs, but there is no other way that I'm going to get out of the department as a whole. This is very good for now where I am moving to, but I have to keep trying to just get out as a whole and just moving to something that I'm really just going to be more passionate about as a whole. So that's what I'm working towards at this point. That's where I'm at. Thankful at the end of the day to still have an income that provides for myself, my family. It just keeps me grateful at the end of the day, even if things were just really hard for the past few months. I'm hoping that things will get better now. That's where I'm at with that. Lastly, on the very last day of October was Halloween, of course, and we did go trick-or-treating with the kids. It's always a lot of fun. But here in Ohio, it was very cold and very windy. It was about 38 degrees when we were going out. So we were out for a good 30 minutes and then we came back home. The kids looked so cute in their costumes. Our oldest was Miles Morales and our youngest was the Monsters Inc. dinosaur, $17.50 for each because Target was having a 30% off sale. So altogether, with Halloween, we ended up spending $35 plus tax. Guys, don't sleep on Target. Like, they have great deals. And honestly, it's funny because now that Halloween is over, as I am filming this video, they are putting, of course, the Halloween costumes on clearance, and they're putting them on clearance for more than I got at 30% off. So you have to be careful. Like, yes, they have those sales and everything like that, but when they put those things on clearance, like I said, I got the costumes for $17.50. The same costumes are now on clearance for $21.25. So personally, I wouldn't buy Halloween costumes on clearance after the fact unless it's like a huge discount, like huge, because most likely what they're trying to charge now is not going to be the cheapest out there. I still have their Halloween costumes from last year. I want to find somebody in my area that I can just give the costumes to if that's something that they're looking to get. Can't beat free costumes. But that is it for October. Thank you so much for watching this video. Again, don't forget to comment and let us know what you've accomplished so far this year or in October. Don't forget to like the video, and we will see you in our next one.